Now, listen, you guys. In today's episode of Fraudulent Nation Can Never Do No Wrong, we're going to talk about yet another lawsuit that is being brought against Fraudulent Nation. And fans are speculating that, well, the artist in question is Bongo 2. This is an employee that is complaining about the way that they were treated. We're going to discuss about that in this video. And we're also going to be talking about Cenat icing out Michael Rubin. Proud is an understatement. I absolutely love that. We're also going to be talking about Akademiks insinuating that himself and other platforms are scared to cover anything fraudulent nation related. Meanwhile, Miss Red is out there being accused of copying Sukihana, and Nicki Minaj had a couple of things to say in the form of advice to those people who want to join the music industry on Station Head. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. I trust you're also having an amazing and lovely Sunday. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about this brand new, fresh lawsuit that is being brought against Roc Nation. Of course, they are lying on Fraudulent Nation, and of course, a black woman who has, the sympathy wig to prove it. Her sympathy wig is bigger than any other person's, fraud that I've ever seen. So, how dare somebody comes forward and, continues to lie on that person? Okay, because at this point, I think we have all established that Fraudulent Nation could never do no wrong. They could be involved in PDF cases, but it doesn't matter. They could be named in several cases, but it won't matter. It doesn't really matter what they do because at the end of the day, that corporate is ran by a powerful and successful and rich black man, and we all see ourselves in him. We all fantasize about acquiring, the wealth that he has or having as much power, that he has. So, of course, in our eyes, we have all agreed that, well, he could never do no wrong. Yeah, so let us look at the lawsuit that I'm talking about, you guys. And before I even get into the details, of this case, it doesn't really matter what this case will say because at the end of the day, the conclusion is she's lying because Beyonce's husband can never do no wrong. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Well, the other reason why I personally would never believe anyone who has anything negative to say about the man from Fraudulent Nation is because he is also married to Beyonce, and Beyonce is an angel. So whatever that's gonna be in this lawsuit really doesn't matter. It could be that, well, people were getting eaten alive. It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, well, it's a billionaire we're talking about. So yeah, I just had to put it out there. And before you guys listen to whatever that I'm gonna tell you, in this case, I just also have to remind you that several people I have been lying on Fraudulent Nation, including people that are actually in the industry, the likes of Nicki Minaj. She has always lied on Fraudulent Nation. Now, even the daughter of Roc Nation CEO is also lying on her. Jane Doe was lying on her as well. That son that is out there claiming that that man is his father is also lying. And the recent mention of them in, the Fed Joe lawsuit, of course, people are lying. Emilio was lying about them, and Tory Lanez obviously was lying on them. A lot of other people and media platforms being quiet about this case simply means that, well, they love this and they know that everything that is, coming out here are lies, okay? It's not like the shade room, the neighborhood talk, Joe Biden, and all these media platforms are scared of Fraudulent Nation. They are not. Okay, these people are saints, and everyone else is lying except the men from Fraudulent Nation, Bongo 2, Desiree, and of course the lawyer. Those are the only truth tellers, all right? So I just had to put the disclaimer out there. And Akademiks also, who seems to know much about the industry, is always lying on these people. But anyway, let us get into the actual lawsuit. So this liar is saying that, well, there was a little bit of mistreatment by Fraudulent Nation. That does sound familiar. Am I shocked to hear this? No, I'm absolutely not shocked because other liars have said the same thing about Fraudulent Nation in the past. So I'm not shocked that these people would lie about Fraudulent Nation in the very same exact manner, and the tactics that they cite are the very same tactics. The liars all use the same script to lie on Fraudulent Nation. So this person's name is Michelle Shaw. And she is sharing that, well, she was allegedly hired in March 24, and she worked for a short period of time, 16 hours really per day, without any rest during a certain global tour. I want you to pay attention. A tour, and of course, this has people saying that, well, who was on tour from Fraudulent Nation? That's one point, okay? The tour that we never got to see the statistics because people are jealous, okay? These chat pages didn't post Bongo 2 stats because they're absolutely jealous of how well the tour did, and how she was out there outselling people who've been in the industry for long, like the likes of Nicki Minaj. She did absolutely amazing, to the point that even the pages were jealous of her. They don't want to see a black woman winning. Moving on with the case, we're also going to be talking about how this person, the assistant, was mentioning that, well, they were required to fly the artist's dog to New York, and also relocate the artist's home from LA to Miami, and with no backup assistant, just themselves. Okay. And the moment that she tried to complain or ask for a day off, it was a problem, because how dare you get an opportunity to work for such a black owned corporation and you want an off day? How dare you? You literally work for Beyonce's husband and you want an off day. Those are grounds for dismissal. You don't need to be a genius to see this. These are grounds for dismissal, because how dare you? How dare you question this corporate? So anyway, she was fired later, via a call for leaving the tour after, she had emailed HR, basically expressing the safety concerns, and allegedly she had developed, vision issues. So now she is suing Fraudulent Nation for that. How greedy this person is. Oh my God. How dare you question a powerful men like that? Now, of course, the fans are putting two and two together, and they are saying that, well, the mention of the French bulldogs, they've noticed a certain artist with a bulldog, and it is again Bongo too. So the fact that all this transpired whilst she was on tour, and that she also does own French bulldogs, people are beginning to say that, well, this lawsuit and the artist in question is Bongo too. Well, that's yet another lawsuit that has been brought to Bongo too, because the other time it was Emilio. And a lot of things in this lawsuit, really, it sounds like something I've read before in Emilio's lawsuit, the overworking and all of these things. And they are all lying on these people. I don't know why people resort to these things. Why are they so jealous? Like, why can't you just make peace with the fact that this man is rich, powerful, successful, and anybody who goes against her is absolutely jealous? It's embarrassing at this point. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. And let me also mention that, with regards to this lawsuit, nobody else has covered it. Even your biggest urban media platforms, the likes of the Shade Room, the likes of the Neighborhood Talk, nobody is daring to talk about this, because why? They all know that, well, these are lies. It's not like they're scared of Fraudulent Nation. It's not like they're getting paid by these people. They're just saying the truth for what it is. Okay, these people are always constantly lied on because they are absolute saints. So that's why you see all those media platforms. Joe Budden obviously will not talk about this as well, because you know what, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, moving on to the next thing that we are going to be talking about. Let us talk about Akademiks, yet another liar who is lying about Fraudulent Nation. The fact that he himself is involved and is actively in the entertainment industry and knows probably more than we do about the entertainment industry really doesn't matter, okay? Yesterday he was out there kind of posting and deleting stuff. He had reposted actually a picture of Complex Music covering everything that Nicki Minaj was saying on her platform. And he posted with the caption that, oh my God, Nicki Minaj is going to learn. He said, do not go against Jay-Z, Nicki, you finna learn. Nah, LOL, I don't want no smoke either. Nicki, trust you don't want to back up that tree. First of all, what academics fails to realize is that Nicki Minaj already got the worst of it, even without backing up any tree. Just by virtue of her being successful. That's why you academics also, the likes of you, the likes of Joe Biden, the likes of all these people were peddling rumors that this woman uses the C word. Now you call her the C head. And this was a product of what people at Fraudulent Nation did, in my own opinion. But you guys already were calling it that. So she already has offended her by being successful and by refusing to be swallowed up by their industry and their antics. So it's too late to advise Nicki Minaj against them because she has seen the worst that they can do to her. And even after doing the worst, they couldn't do anything to her. So, I mean, you need to take your advice and advise somebody else who needs it, somebody else who wants to be, included so badly in the industry and liked by the industry handlers and all of. Yeah, this advice is not for Nicki Minaj because what else are they going to do? The swatting. Literally, her changing room got pew pewed at. She got arrested on tour for something that she had nothing to do with. So, what else are they going to come with now? If it's about character, A Nation, they've done the worst, okay? Which publication hasn't written a filthy article about Nicki Minaj based on purely hearsay and things that certain people and certain corporates planned out there? So take that advice for yourself, okay? If you do not have the basketballs, not everybody doesn't have them. Academics. And then he went ahead and said, I'm finna delete this too. Roc Nation is too powerful. And on his Twitter, he also went ahead and said something to the effect of Joe Biden is going to be having a little bit of dementia, about this. He's not going to be covering that. And I'm like, yeah, we've already seen that. This is what they do. This is what Academics wrote. He said, Nicki Minaj exposes the CEO of Roc Nation, Desiree Perez, and says that she has been going through the same manipulation as what Desiree's daughter has been going through. And he said Mark Lamont Hill and Joe Biden will be sick on the next episode of the Joe Biden podcast and will not address this at all. Charlemagne will lose his eyesight next week and not address this. The sarcasm is absolutely out of this world, and I absolutely love this. Listen, I do not agree with academics on a lot of things, but at this point, even though he's posting and deleting and being sarcastic, he's doing something. All of them other guys, they cannot even do anything. They are so scared, literally shaking and trembling. And I know why academics is now swinging hard like this, okay? He has seen what Fraudulent Nation and that man have done to, his favorite, to Drake. So now it hurts. Now he relates. You get it. Now it's personal for him because somebody that he truly likes has fallen victim of these very same people. But back when Nicki Minaj was expressing this, it didn't matter for him. So whilst I do love to see these people being called out, I also see why he's now doing this. It's not because he's morally right. No, it's because it hit him where exactly it hurts when it's your favorite. And you see the gimmicks, the botting, the tactics, everything being done from an eye of love. Because when it was done to Nicki Minaj, they were not watching this from an eye that loves Nicki Minaj. But now he's watching it from an eye that loves Drake. And now he's able to see that actually Nicki Minaj wasn't wrong. So it's interesting for me to watch, honestly. And Joe Biden has got nothing to lose. It hasn't hit anywhere where it hurts. Okay, I mean, if his pockets are greased, if it's happening to Nicki Minaj, to Drake, he doesn't really like Drake, and Joe has got his own issues with people who became successful rappers, long term with longevity. So of course he has his own issues with them. So it doesn't really hurt at this point that he would put his life or his livelihood at risk to call out these people. And some people were calling out academics saying that it doesn't have a backbone. I'm sorry with this one. I beg to differ. He is being sarcastic about it. The more he's saying, I'm scared to talk about Roc Nation. Oh my God, I'm so scared. If he was completely scared, he wouldn't have been tweeting this. So he's just doing it to make it seem like he's scared. Meanwhile, he's bringing more attention to the tactics of media silencing that certain people are using in the industry. but I guess academics wouldn't know anything. Hey, it's not like he's actively involved, in the entertainment industry. It's not like he knows what happens behind the scenes. Us on Twitter, we, you know, regular folk like us, we know better than the likes of academics, of course. So, yeah, he's definitely lying on Fraudulent Nation and, of course, their counterparts. Moving on to the next thing that we're going to talk about, Cenat. You guys know that he was out there attending, this event, meeting LeBron and things like that. And it seems like he also bumped into Michael Rubin, and the way that Michael Rubin was looking at that guy, and Kai was not having it. I was like, Kai's discernment is on another level because I was really worried about him attending that event. That man from Fraudulent Nation has been wanting, contact with Kai, you can tell. And at this point, honestly, I kind of am scared and worried for her. I do not want, his innocence, his fullness, is full of soul. Like when you look at him right now, I don't want that stolen from him. I don't want to come back on here and to be talking about Kai having eyes that are so empty and that are staring into the space and that don't have any soul. I don't want to get to that point. So, yeah, he was out there basically, side eyeing Michael Rubin. And I was like, way to go, Kai Kai. You can tell that he's a true Caribbean. He reads energy. You can tell that. And I'm very proud of him for that. And I hope he maintains that. He was giving that man a nasty side eye, and I was proud. But anyway, you guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, Sukihana is out there calling out a certain somebody that she feels is always copying her and wants to be her, wants to steal her aesthetic. And I'm like, who is out there idolizing Sukihana? Who's out there wishing, wow, I wish I woke up, dressing like Sukihana or looking like Sukihana? Who do we have any such people in here who idolize Sukihana? I just want to see something about the type of audience that we have here. Please let me know in the comment section. Is there anyone who looks at Suki as an idol in here? I want to see something. But anyway, she said, I can no longer be friends with a person that steals everything I do down to my personality. That ish hurts. And people started saying that, well, she is referring to Miss Red because you guys know that the two of them are friends and they act pretty much the same. I mean, the hood aesthetic and all of these things. And, the, with my baby daddy. Oh my God, I'm shaking. It's the same thing. And so, yeah, people were like, well, Miss Red is copying her. But personally, I don't think that she's copying her. I think that's a reality. I think that Miss Red is living her reality, you know? If it's, she's not the first person to be ratchet, in my own opinion. So you cannot gatekeep ratchetness as an aesthetic. You can't, Suki. Anyway, moving on to the next thing that we are going. Oh my God, I feel like I've been extremely mean in this video. I don't like it. But anyway, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about, let us talk about Nicki Minaj. She was out there giving advice to a bub who wants to work in the music industry and, just letting her know what exactly goes down and why it is important to have a calling and to know that you were born to do something. And I guess this is something that has kept her grounded because, she has always known that she is to do this. So, when you are living in your purpose, you are protected divinely. You are very protected, and I guess that's why she can withstand everything because she's living within her purpose. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about what Nicki had to say. But after that, I don't think that I'm gonna be coming back. But that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. I'm sorry I had to just be sarcastic in this video because I'm tired of expressing the same points that I'm always talking about, but people are always coming with excuses and all of these things. So maybe if I relay it in a way where you guys realize how ridiculous that sounds when you are defending people that are constantly called out for doing others wrong using power, maybe you guys would see it. For those of you who are still feeling like, oh my God, they're being lied on, I had to relate to you so that you understand in the way that you guys relate to us, so that you understand how ridiculous you guys sound. But until my next one, see you.
My name
But
ain't Sister Girl. My name ain't no Sister Girl, ma'am,
hold on, wait, wait,
okay?
wait. I'm sorry. Let me start over. Let me start over. Am I talking to Judge Nikki Shiling or am I talking to my mama Onika? Which one am I talking to?
Oniqua
Period. Okay.
with a QU today, 'cause I just came back from the projects. What's up?
Okay. So I'm working out, so I am so sorry. But you were doing your thing with the music until I was trying to run on certain parts when the beat dropped, and then you would change
Mm.
it.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Well, next time just walk in a steady pace.
I'm trying to run.
Well, don't run while we on station head. That's the thing now. See, that's why a lot of the Gag City residents miss a lot of things that I'm saying. Since I talk in code and everything, it's
Hmm.
because y'all be doing shit too.
Look, I needed to work out though. It's been a minute. I got to keep this figure.
No, you'll be okay. When the Gag City announcement comes on the loudspeaker, nothing can be being done at that moment. We need to be having quiet time and listening, ma'am. And
You
now you
right.
have
You
a
right.
great day.
Wait, wait, wait. I need my advice for real though.
What?
I need some advice for real.
What do you want?
Okay, so this is me being serious now.
Okay.
Um, so my advice is like for music, okay?
Hmm.
And what is let me see how I can put this. How I'm trying to see how I can word it. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I promise I'm not gonna waste your time. Hold on. Let me see how I can word it.
Five,
Okay, so
4,
what kind of advice
3.
would you give to somebody that's trying to like get started into doing music, but they don't have like the resources and or like the money to start?
Well, I don't know what kind of question that is. Did I have the money and resources to start?
I
Does
mean,
does every broke person that came into the NBA and NFL who didn't already have money have resources? Or did they create resources?
they created it, but here's the thing. Like this is where I'm looking at it from. Like
Five,
say, say
four.
somebody is like from somewhere where there is not like a lot of like I guess inspiration. Well, not inspiration, but a lot of like resources to like try to get into doing stuff. So like, say you live like in a small state in the middle of like nowhere.
Juice. Do you know my engineer? Juice,
Hmm.
the best engineer on planet Earth in Gag City. He
Hmm.
is from a small town.
Hmm.
Okay? Now, I want you to think about both of those answers because therein lies your answer. If you want to really get the answer. Because sometimes you can't talk through the answer. Sometimes you have to let it sink in and really
Hmm.
hear it and let it and feel it.
Hmm.
You see, I had no resources. And Juice is from a small town in the South. Um, I'm not even from this country, ma'am.
Hmm.
Okay? So, a lot of the people that we love the most, they didn't come from anything. But sometimes therein lies the the journey and the mystery and the win because clearly if you can't figure out how to navigate to getting to a resource, you surely won't be able to figure out getting through the industry for a long time, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
You gotta do what the fuck you got to do. If you know that that's what you were born to do, it's different. I
Hmm.
always tell y'all, it's different if it's something you just want to do, somebody told you to
Hmm.
do, versus something that you felt in your own heart and you know that this is what you were. born to do, right?
Hmm.
Um, when it's something that you were born to do, is between you and God, and that's the only person that could really answer those questions for you. But that drive is what's always going to be needed. It's always going to be key in every single thing. Because nobody's going to have the exact answer for you.
I know, I know. It's just I don't know. That's just something I wanted to do, and I'm not gonna. I experience when it comes to like doing stuff like that because I know people. Not saying none of the bars like this, but people will hear what you want to do, and you'll tell them like, "Oh, I hear this, that, and the third," and they'll be like quick to shut you down or quick to try to like go against your plan and da 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 da. And
Everybody
I know
going,
God.
oh, sweetheart, if you think you ain't going to get that, then you definitely try. Then don't do nothing in life. Bitches or at the cashier, at the store get hated on and get told, oh, this, that, and that. Everybody
Hmm.
get hated on, sweetheart.
No, I wasn't saying it like that. It's just, you know what? I ain't even gonna explain it.
Like
You're right.
doubting you and like people doubting you and people making you feel like you can't do something, sweetheart. They was doing that to me at Red Lobster, child.
No, no, no,
They
not
gonna
that's
do
not
that
what I
to you
meant.
everywhere.
Yeah, I know, I know. That's why I look up to you because you've been through a lot of stuff. But in my soul, really sit here and be like, I might say, "Oh, I'm trying to do this in a joking way," and they'd be like, "Well, I hope that don't happen." Well, basically, what you were saying. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Who
Like
the
praying
fuck
against what I
cares
want to
about
do.
what they hope? It's about what you will.
I got you. But I just want to ask you that because I know you've been through a lot of stuff,
Did you
and
hear what I just said?
yes, ma'am, I did.
Then get up off my phone, ma'am. Thank you very much.
I love you,
Love
Nikki.
you. I don't like giving tough love, but I have to give it to her because I don't want her to find tough love outside on like a, in a large scale. I'd rather give the people I care about the tough love from me because if but you know what, at the same time, at the place where she is, every person is at that place a billion times. I'm talking about the biggest winners in the world. They be at that place over and over and over and over again. So it doesn't mean that she's not gonna do her thing. It's just I can't baby her because then she'll be, you know, she won't get far. But she is beautiful. I'm sure she'll be amazing at whatever she is doing. But the what I was trying to explain is, y'all, you gonna make people mad every day. Like as long as you that bitch or you that dude or whatever, or you trying to be more than most people have settled for in the hood around you or whatever. Some people ain't gonna like that. You do know that, right? Everybody not gonna be happy for you. I feel like people were happy for me because a lot of my everybody that I hung out with around when I was growing up, they were older than me. Outside of when I came home from school, so they used to be like gassing me up, like, "Oh, God, ain't got that." But I still had to go super hard, and I still had to go to my 9 to 5s, and then change clothes in the bathroom to be going to do the meetings and showcases at the record labels, and still had to be told no a billion times and by everybody and a mama. Yeah, that's just how stuff is. You gotta just decide if it's worth it. Okay. Um, who else? Who else wants to speak? You know, I don't know that girl's sign, but she just reminded me of a Taurus. Um, because she definitely was not hearing me. Um, um, what?
Hello?
Oh, no, not.
Oh, hi, Queen.
Hi, babe. No, I meant to click on Lizzie92. I don't know if I've ever spoken to this person before. Lizzie92. They said I want to say something. If they hear. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
No.
Nikki! Oh my god! I just fell on the floor! Oh my god!
Hello?
Hi, Nikki. Hi.
Hi. What's up?
Hi.
How can I help you,
Hi.
man?
I'm shaking. No, nothing. I just wanted to say that I love you and I've been listening to you since 2009. And I got to see you last year for the first time. And it was
Mm-hmm.
incredible. And I think you are just amazing, highly favored. And I can't believe you brought me up here. That's really all I wanted to say to you. Oh my God.
Okay,
Oh my
well,
God,
I'm
I'm
gonna.
crying. I love you.
What?
And
Where are
God
you
bless you
from?
with everything going on. And I know that God will always protect you. That's all I wanted to say. Really.
Amen. Where are you from?
I am from Houston.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you and the girl that I just spoke to. I'm gonna let you guys also win a T-shirt. Okay.
You didn't have to do that, but thank you. I'm just glad you got to hear me out as a fan for so many years.
Okay.
You're
Well, I
amazing.
love you very much, and I appreciate you, Lizzie.
I love you, Nikki.
Love you
Bye. God
too.
bless you.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, Barb's. So I'm going to holler back at y'all. I know that was a little short session. I'm gonna tap back in a little bit, okay? Um, yeah, in a little bit. And I'm gonna do another like set of gifts. I gotta think of which ones. And if you won the Loki sneakers, y'all, those are going to be being sent out next week as well. A lot of them will be sent out. Okay. All right, my darling. Oh, what was I gonna say? No, it was something I had to say. Real quick, 2 seconds. Y'all, please remember that the bots is hot, meaning that um, meaning that the bots, you know how I spoke to you guys about not being able to see people's likes on X, and somebody was like, that's because remember we was talking that one time, and I was like, yo, you have to go through this list just to see. You could like if you go through the list on certain things, you could see like that they are bots. They literally have the same amount of followers, the same amount of that they're following, etc. So when y'all be seeing not only the quote unquote hit tweets, but also the hit comments in the paid blogs comment sections, those are also botted. Okay, so I really want you to wrap. I know it's hard to like think of like it's hard to think as a reality, but it's the truth. A lot of people that y'all interacting with is a cell phone that types for itself. Okay. Um Because you gotta, isn't it obvious? If there's anything a blog won't post, then you have to know that they're also controlling their comments as well. So have a smart day, okay? I love. Oh no, and this is the last question, y'all. I I did archive. I archived the live yesterday, so let me know if I should unarchive it. I only had it up for like an hour last night. Who saw it and who didn't?